So where they go in this women's 1500-meter A race. Shaikira King, the 800 specialist. Look how hard she's got out through this first 100 or so, and she's going to be racing off against Ives come that British Championships, I'm sure. She's going to do the pacing. She did a great job in that women's 800A race, and you can see King perhaps just showing her inexperience a little bit. Very, very keen to get on the shoulder of Ives and keep moving. Yes, she's been running well over 800. There is no doubt about that. However, her 1500 lifetime best of 4:13 and a season's best of 4:18. You want to perhaps be a little bit more patient, just tuck in behind, switch off a little bit through this opening first 300 meters. And Jeff, you're a man who knows how to produce 1500 meter champions. What do you think of King's tactics so far?
Well, we've got used to watching 15 races at 800 meter speed, haven't we? So I was looking at that thinking, oh, they've slowed down a bit too much here. They haven't. It's still potentially a 4:10 race, but the fact that it's gone to single file suggests that there's at least been some surges come in here. Of course, the most economical way to run it is even pace. That's where the big rewards come from. But that's a question of just judging your own pace and not getting too carried away by what anybody around you is doing.
Yeah, and you're seeing a big train strung out there, and I think that's Hollie Parker, 4.55. I mentioned could potentially be the Swiss athlete, Melina ANDORRA as well. She is in here a little bit further back through that opening 300, so they were 50 points through that first 300. That might be a little bit off, but Parker seems to be the one to be going with this, in behind Ives at this early stage. You can see Shaikira King in second or third, I guess, if you count Ives, and then Sarah Calvert, your early pick, Jeff, sitting in fourth. Isla MCGOWAN, the youngster, Hollie DIXON, so they're all filing out, and it is stringing out just 700 meters into this women's 1500.
And it's still on schedule, 1:56, the unofficial split, 700 meters. They won't be doing the maths of that, but they'll work out what they can close the final 800 meters in, and it's still anybody's race from that leading 7. Yeah,
Isla MCGOWAN doing a great job to hang on to the back of the likes of, I think it's Sarah Calvert in there. You can see McGowan, the tall figure, the under-20 athlete from Banbury, just 17 years of age, English schools champion last year, went to the European Youth Championships as well. Battling hard with that little pack, but you're going to see, once Ives drops out, Parker is going to be isolated out front. She's going to have to hang on. She's going to have to keep that gap, because if you give Shaikira King a sniff with that 800-meter closing speed, she's going to be able to reel you in, I'm sure, and the pack are closing hard as well. Calvert is a very, very experienced athlete. Ives taking Parker all the way to 1,000 is going to be really, really appreciated from her. It's a bit of a game changer when paces can go way beyond the 800. Parker continuing to push on in at the bell. She's going to be just outside 3 minutes. We're going to see a fast time here, Jeff. We really are. Shaikira King running phenomenally in second there as well, and Calvert looks to be clear in third.
Well, this has been a really, really bold run. Personal best up for grabs for the leading 2 or 3, but that's a decisive lead over 1,500 metres. The lactic impact won't be the same as we've seen in the 800 metres. It's hers to lose from this point.
Sarah McDonald's BMC All-Comers record of 4:03.02 could be under threat. We'd have to see a fast 200 in that case. However, junior record as well of 4:05 could be under threat. Ines Fitzgerald running that just a couple weeks ago down in Exeter. Shaikira King could be after that mark, just the 16-year-old. So Parker and King, it's been those two all race long over the last couple laps. She's got after it, Parker. She committed early, and you want her to win this one, don't you? You want it to pay off. King closing hard. Calvert there in third. These women have run this a hard, hard way. They've all been on their own over this last 400 meters. Hollie Parker with a big lifetime best, fading a little bit over that last lap. And oh, King getting pipped on the line as well by Calvert. 4:10 for the win. And we're going to see a lot of personal bests, considering many of them came into this one with anywhere from a 4:13 to a 4:18 lifetime best.
Yeah, I was just, the clock obviously stops for the winner. So I was counting it through in my head, and I think we could have 5 or 6 personal bests inside the top 10 there. So it was well set up, double pacemaking duties, but still a very, very brave run by Hollie Parker. She had to do it the hard way on her own for more than a lap. You can see, wincing a bit from that, but that was good.
That was very good. Coached by Joel Kidger, the Brighton Phoenix athlete. Having a good season. Had run 4:11 just a couple weeks ago out in the US. So coming back here now and running that the hard way, really. Yes, she had Ives to help her through that first kilometre, but she'll look forward to getting into one of those pace races, perhaps on the European circuit or perhaps another BMC later on in the summer when we see a few more athletes open up their season still. Yes, domestically, Jeff, the season well underway, but some of our big hitters still yet to open.
Yeah, we've got a couple of para athletes competing over 1,500 metres and other distances. Ben Sandilands, Luke Nuttall. And you have to bear in mind that their target event is the World Para Athletics Championships, which are in Delhi. And they start at the end of September. They go into October. So we are still months away from their peak. Anybody in this that has aspirations at the World Championships, they're in the middle of September. And those under 20 championships are at the end of August. So there's still a long way to go. Qualifying marks, yes. Peak form, not yet. You don't really want to be peaking out in the first week of June, but some of those returning from NCAA collegiate duty will inevitably be close to the top of their game. That's the results just confirmed for the race that we've just seen.